Motion 3 has a real-time design environment with drag-and-drop ease that makes it easy to create incredible-looking animations. Behaviors are an intuitive way to create realistic-looking movement in your animations. Using a behavior is easy. You simply select one for your object, such as a throw. Then, from the HUD, we can adjust the parameters of the behavior. If we move the arrow to the upper left, the ball moves to the upper left. If we move it to the lower left, it moves to the lower left. And if we make the arrow longer, it moves faster. Because we can also simulate things such as gravity, if we apply gravity, the ball throws up but then starts to fall. If we adjust the gravity to make it stronger, the ball falls faster, as though it's heavier. We can take it even further and add an edge collision behavior. And now the ball bounces around the edges. Behaviors are simple devices in motion that make it easy to do complex things. Animating to audio has always been a difficult task, but with audio behaviors, it's now easy. Here we have an animated tower and a music track. To animate the lightning bolts to the music, we'll apply an audio behavior to the scale parameter. We'll tell the behavior which audio track to listen to, and then we can preview the results. It's that easy. Now, the lightning bolts move to the music. If we have an audio track that's more complex, we can have the behavior only listen to certain levels or certain frequencies of the audio, making it easy to match the music perfectly. In the Motion library, there are hundreds of great-looking particle emitters that you can use to add interest to your animations. And to make it easy to browse the library, the preview window is interactive, allowing you to see what an emitter will look like when you use it. Using a particle emitter is as simple as a drag and drop, and they can take an otherwise static scene and make it much more engaging. You can also resize particle emitters, just as you would any other object in your animation. You can even use your own objects and create a custom particle emitter. And if an emitter is looking a little flat, just switch it to 3D, and it becomes much more than just a background, adding more dimension to everything in your animation. Here we have an animation of a magic wand. To make it look a little more magical, let's add some sparkle. In the content library, we'll pick a particle emitter and just drag it to the tip. When we play this back, the sparkle doesn't move with the wand. By simply adding the match move behavior, the sparkle automatically follows along, making the animation look great. To add even more depth, we'll add a light. When we drop in a light, the scene lighting changes and is lit by our light source. When we add another match move, the light follows the wand too, making the sparkles and the scene look even more magical. To follow an object in a video clip, apply a match move behavior. Then select a tracking point. If you're not sure, Motion will help you identify good points to track. After picking a point, Motion analyzes the clip and then tracks it. With Match Move, it's easy to add graphics and text to moving objects. Adding depth to your animations with a paint stroke is quick and easy. You can select from brushes such as cubes, acrylic paint, charcoals, and even lights. And with a simple stroke of the brush, you can add an interesting stroke, complete with a write-on behavior. And because the stroke is vector-based, it's easy to try out other brushes. You can even change the stroke by simply altering the motion path, making it easy to get exactly the look you want. To move an object in your animation with keyframes is easy. Simply select the object and hit the record button. When you move down the timeline and reposition the object, a motion path is automatically created. And when you play it back, your object follows the new path. An advanced keyframe editor with Smart Keyframe Pen tool makes it easy to set up complex moves by simply dragging the pen, complete with smoothing so your animations look great. Motion makes 3D easy by adding another dimension to the tools you already know. The canvas has new views, including a perspective mode that lets you step back and see your 3D workspace. You can easily move around, which helps you clearly see the position of objects in your animations. With new behaviors specifically for 3D, we can add a sweep to our camera to have the camera sweep around the logo in our scene, which you can easily see in perspective mode. And behaviors still work just as they did in 2D. You can quickly make adjustments using the HUD to set up natural-looking movements without having to keyframe. And when we switch to camera mode, you can see what the final animation will look like. Text behaviors have also been given a whole new dimension. By simply adding a 3D text behavior, such as a space tumble, you can fly in your text for professional-looking results. Easy-to-use behaviors, audio behaviors, particle emitters, match move, vector-based paint, and pervasive 3D. Motion brings 3D animation to Final Cut Studio 2.